it's still a beautiful day. I can see the sun peeking out through the clouds, like, I'm still here. I'm still bringing warmth to you and light to you. And I'm also kind of amused because the place that I parked, in front of it, there's this little area called Kindness Rocks. Take one, leave one, kindness. It rocks, right? And also, just on the radio was a song that I just did a couple videos about, and it's Under the Bridge by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's funny because I just looked up the meaning of that song the other day. And I was thinking, it's when the artist who wrote it, he was thinking about those rock bottom moments. And it's funny, like I remember I remember the night we got kicked out of my family's house, and I actually told my oldest, I said, here's the truth. We were already in rock bottom. Like, we lost the house that we were supposed to buy in Seattle, and my DM and I, his dad, we separated, and things went all weird. I hadn't been working in a while. Like, not, I mean, I'm always working. Anyone who knows me knows I'm always working, but like I hadn't been working. I was trying to take care of everyone. I just talked to my therapist about this yesterday, even like I was so busy trying to help everyone, I guess, like heal themselves and heal their relationships so that I didn't have to babysit everything, manage everything, or be the blame of everything. Because, goodness sakes, people with their interpersonal dynamics sure love to look for somebody to blame, right? But it's funny because when I hear that song, mostly I think about my DM. Like, he's had some rock bottom moments that, I don't know, I think he beats himself up for them much more than I do. Actually, it's because we met in those moments when he felt like he was at his lowest. But it's funny. It's like, no, these were your opportunities to soar, and you did. And that's when you met me, when you were like, you know what? I'm not, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Even our oldest talks about like the things that he's learned from his dad. Sometimes he can be a grumpy Gus, but he's got a good work ethic. And he knows how to get stuff done. And it's funny to hear that song because it's like feeling both energies, those moments of those lows, of those rock bottom moments, and then those moments after when you're having memories of those rock bottom moments, but you're in that space where you're like, yes, this is much better, right? In any case, I decided this is just a me vlog, at least for this moment. I keep hearing in my mind that it's connected with Mars and Venus conjoined in Capricorn, though I don't know for sure how. I feel like it's somehow a part of that vlog too, but I already did the one for today, so I'm like going, all right, interesting thing to see. But I decided to put the title of the blog, May the Horse Be With You, which just makes me giggle so much for several reasons. One, my DM was born in the year of the horse for Chinese astrology, and he's very much a stallion. And it's interesting because I just got a job at a big stable. And it seems like I was a little worried because I've talked to a few people who know the gal, and they kind of were like in this, oh, she's such a taskmaster sort of thing. But it's funny, like I don't mind that. Like if she is, I already was like going, so like I am going to work for it's a job. I want tasks. Like I get bored with jobs where there aren't tasks. Like I don't necessarily mind if they're repetitive tasks, but like I want there to be regular things that I come in, and I'm like the last job that I was at, that's one of the things that bugged me is like there were times that there'd be like not nothing to do, but either I wouldn't be allowed to do the next thing without permission from someone else, and they wouldn't want to do it, or they'd say no, don't do it, and like all this different stuff, and it's like I want regular, like I should be doing this and this and this and this and this. And actually, I was thinking about, working as a stable hand, caretaker, groom. I'm not sure what you call it yet. I'm still learning a lot of that stuff. it'll help me a lot with my own routine stuff. And actually, you know, the things I love, like, a friend said this to me, and I realized it was so true when I worked on the 10 horse farm, which was like horses teach you about boundaries, and like they do, like, and you have to learn how to navigate those boundaries of your own and theirs, mostly energetically, like not. I don't know. I mean, some horses will listen if you say move over, but you know, it's like you still have to have that rapport with them, and you have to have that presence that's like, I don't like saying like I'm the boss, but you know what I mean? Like dominant versus dominating versus like submissive. Like you don't want to be submissive to a horse. You want to be the dominant one between the two of you because they're a big animal and they will feel safer with you doing what you want if you're in that energy. And that's something I'm excited to learn. I did tell the gal, I was like, I do recognize that I didn't say it like this, but I feel like I got the point across. Is like I ask them to do something, whereas there are times when you know, you just go. You know, you don't wait for them to decide to go with you. You just go. And I'm amused because that's kind of some of what Spirit's been teaching me with my DM stuff, right? Like, and this is the thing. Like, your twin flame journey is meant to help you with, like, it's not just, oh my gosh, romantic relationship, end there, cut scene, no more. Like, no. Part of the reason for a lot of the contrast in twin flame dynamics is because you're meant to do more. And it's funny, like Spirit's been showing me things that I wouldn't have expected to see. Like I'm looking up how to learn, like what are the different kinds of saddles. Like I only really know Western. I kind of recognize English, but I know there's more than that. And like I believe the place that I'm going to be working at does dressage, and like I looked that up like earlier on in the weekend. Like, oh, that's cool. It's kind of dancing with horses in an intuitive way, right? But there are like all sorts of things in that. And it's funny though because there goes the truck, Elgin, synced from my DM, and it's funny because I've been wondering where those sweeper trucks were. Both, in fact, both are a sync, sweeper trucks and an Elgin, which is well, I don't know about the trucks. It might just be named after someone, but Elgin, Chicago. That's where he was born, and it's his favorite brand of jewelry. Well, watches at least, but in any case, it is kind of similar. Like sometimes you just gotta lead. Other times you want to yield. Other times you want to follow. Like you got to know. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and when to run. It's one of my DM's favorite songs, "The Gambler." I think Kenny Loggins. Yeah, Kenny Loggins. In any case, you know what? You know what kind of brings warmth to my heart in moments like these too. It's like my DM and I definitely reflect each other. It's not always one-to-one. It's not always in the same exact timing, but there's so many things that I went through when we first separated that he's just now going through. And it's funny too because it is sort of the timing, like our attachment traumas and stuff. Like it all fits together. As our therapist, who I've been seeing solo a little bit more, like my DM kind of cut out because he got himself in a situation that I think he was embarrassed to talk about with our counselor. But I've been seeing him here and there, and it's funny because he told me, he goes, I love how you see like the metaverse, like how this connects to that and this connects to that and this goes over here to there and this and that, and like you're not overwhelmed by that information. And you know, and a lot of people are or can be, you know. And then I told him, I said, I know. And you know what's craziest about that is being someone that can see so many things. And it's not even like, some of it is metaphysical, you know, but a lot of it is just patterns of human behavior. But it's funny because in seeing it, I mean, you get some people who think you're crazy, and other people who think you're a prophet, and other people who just like wipe it away, and other people who want to study it. And I don't know. It's an interesting experience being me. But for this moment, I'm getting ready to go back to the odd jobs that I was doing. I was clearing out a garden. I just love it. I got to start out my day clearing up earth and pots and stuff for new life, and then stop in the middle and go for an interview at an equestrian center, get the job, and now I get to go back and finish up the garden. And then there's some strawberry patches and stuff that I get to clear out, and there's these big beautiful dogs that are all over the place. And Then I get to go home to my oldest, my Eamon. I get to talk to my youngest on the phone, and we get to talk about my oldest birthday coming up this week. And you know what? There's still, what is it? There's still some row to hoe, but I'm really proud of myself, and that makes me. I'm happy for that on its own. That I'm like, look at me, like I'm doing pretty good. Like I'm doing good for myself. I'm finding work that I like, work that is more suited to my physical type, to my mentality around creatures and people that I like and places that I like. And I get to learn things, extra things that I like too. And the cherry on top is knowing that whether it's right in this moment or whether it's down the line in this season, my DM's gonna find himself feeling that way too at some point. And he's gonna think about me. Ain't that just a genius of the power of consciousness, right? And all the things that we've been through. But you know what? Until then, I'm gonna go back to the work in the earth because I like it and I get paid for it. And it makes me feel good knowing that abundance is flowing in. It's in different ways in different places, and I don't know all the roads that it's going to take or the different timelines I'll shift in and out of in the process, but I know it's going to be really good. And so, as some friends of mine in a spiritual community say, may the horse be with you.